Dog culture is child neglect on so many levels. Let's just look at one of them. Have you ever heard of shaken baby syndrome? This is not just from parents shaking their baby. This is also from any type of head trauma, 5 years old and younger, and after 5 years old too, but before the child reaches 5 years old, their brain is basically like a jello. During sudden changes in motion and direction, the infant's brain rotates and pitches in different directions.
Cavity, which can cause a diffuse axonal injury, or DAI. This is an injury that can damage or destroy brain tissue. Blood vessels that feed the brain are torn, and this causes bleeding around the brain.
That's right. The infant's brain is not as solid as an adult brain. As this brain is shoved around inside of the skull, these blood vessels become torn and deprive the brain of oxygen. And dog culture does this to kids all the time. Not just when moms are pregnant and they allow their dogs to jump on their bellies. I'll cover that in another video. But dog owners allow dogs to smash their kids' heads into all kinds of things, couches, concrete, and other stuff. Not only do they do it, but they film it and they get tons of positive feedback from the rest of this child abusing, dog loving society. Let's have a quick look at some examples. What the heck is so funny about that? Your child's head being smashed into the ground. That's not funny. If this was a mom or a dad hooking their kid up to a bicycle or skateboard, going 20 or 30 miles an hour into a tree or a mailbox, people would cry child abuse. But if a dog lays a child out like this, people laugh. Oh, your dog hurt your kid. Oh, that's funny. No, it's not funny, people. You're setting your child up for a lifetime of problems and a lifetime of needing to have all kinds of interventions and drugs, not to mention anxiety, depression, and other problems. Even people with little dogs let these kids get their heads smashed. They think it's funny. Owie. Instead of taking care of your little infant, maybe 4 year old, I don't know, instead of taking care of your kid, you're allowing your dogs to run rampant around your house. And how many times during the day does this poor little girl have her head ran into the carpet, the couch, probably the door, perhaps the corner right here where the damage will be even worse? These parents participate in child abuse on a daily basis, and society rewards them with all the likes on these videos. It says, try not to laugh. Oh, I'm not laughing at all. If anything, I'm trying not to find these parents and give them a smack in the face and tell them what a bunch of abusive crap that they're doing to their kids. This is not funny at all. And I have no clue why people think this is funny. That Rottweiler just launched that child's kid right onto that hardwood floor. And you know why they have a hardwood floor? Because dog poop and piss and hair is easier to clean up. They don't have a carpeted floor for the kid, they have a hardwood floor so they can easier clean up after their pupper doggo. This poor little kid was playing with the ball, and the dog came up and launched the kid right into the ground. The intense angles that the neck and spine go into shoving that little toddler into the ground. It's terrible for the kid. Maybe the kid will be fine right then, but later in life, as those blood vessels and other things, the eye nerve that are affected by all this, it's terrible. You're setting your kids up for failure just so you can put yourself on social media and be like, yo, look, I'm a good person because I have a pupper doggo. Meanwhile, you basically participate in this shaken baby syndrome via your dog, yet you get away with it because it's being perpetrated by your dog. How old is this young kid? Appears to be a boy. I'm going to say 5 or 6, maybe 7 at the most. But his skull and his brain are still in the developmental stages. And you're going to hook this kid to a dog that is about 3 times his size and allow this dog to drive the child's head into a slab of concrete. And then you're going to say, try not to laugh. Excuse me? In all of the cases of shaken baby syndrome or other trauma or abuse where they claim a human smacked the baby in the head, one of the issues is the position of the spine and the vertebrae between the shoulder blades being shoved into a terrible position and messing with the eye nerves, the optic nerves, all of the nerves that are housed inside of the spinal column. Well, how often do dog owners do this with their little kids and then think it's the most funniest thing ever? That poor little girl's neck got shoved this way, then straight, then shoved back the other way. That is not good. That causes permanent damage, instant damage, and long term health problems. So let's quit giving our babies shaken baby syndrome via dogs. Let's stop letting these dogs get away with child abuse. All these parents that think having a dog is the coolest thing, the funniest thing, but you're willing to sacrifice your health, your child's health, you've just been sold a bill of goods that is not what you thought it was. Dogs are a danger to your child. Dogs are a liability and an expense. And we have to quit incentivizing these people for abusing their kids via dogs. It's absolutely nasty. It's absolutely sick. And dogs don't belong in society. Put your effort into your human children and watch our society get better.